Hey everybody, hey, welcome back to another episode of Fyz Perspective Epic Book Club. Today we're going to be talking about the number one life guide workbook, and we'll be going over page 125. We'll be talking about the questions. This is my perspective on the topic, and then here is where you will fill out the answers. So we're going to get into it, but first let's give a shout out to the sponsors, Red Snapper and Draws Perfume. Make sure you check that out. Also, check out Whole Clothing, Health Over Everything. Make sure you check that out. Check out Fyz Fruits, Feed Your Zenith Fruits, the number one spot to get your healthy products all naturally constructed. And last but not least, got to give a shout out to Uptown Mobile Detailing and Power Washing. Word of motto is, if it ain't uptown, it ain't clean. Now, we about to get this thing started, and I've been getting complaints about I'm not on long enough. And I'm on as long as the engagement is running. So if I'm on here and there's people interacting and it is going really good, then we'll be on here till tomorrow. You know what I mean? But if I'm on here and I'm doing what I'm doing and it seems like there's no engagement, then what am I here for? I don't have to continue to stay. And I'm recording it, so it'll still be here. So why would I hang around to wait for what when I have a lot going on? You know what I mean? But we got so many things coming up, so many activities. Yes, I shall follow you back. The screen is doing something weird, but I'll follow you back as soon as all right, there it go. It was not in the way. There we go. And feel free to jump up there and respond or answer some of the questions or whatever, because I will be asking some questions. So if you got an opinion, jump up, or if you want to get on the panel and say your opinion, by all means do so. But without further ado, we're gonna get into it. So right now we talking about the Fyz Perspective number one life guide workbook, and we are on page 125. So I'm gonna read through some of the questions there, and y'all give me y'all opinion. I'm simul streaming, so if I'm not looking directly at the screen, that's because I'm looking at another screen. There's a lot going on simultaneously. Actually, I should. You know what? We're gonna do everything. I'm gonna be everywhere at 1 second. I'm gonna do all the platforms at one time. We just gonna do that because usually I do it and then I jump on the other one when I'm finished. But we just gonna do it all at one time and have it happening. Then I won't have to jump off and start another one. We can all make it happen right now. And boom. All right. So we are live all over the place. All right. Cool. The camera is getting, yeah. All right. Well, sorry. Um, Sorry to y'all over there in the top world. Y'all blinded by this light and this. Let me see. Maybe y'all can get the same angle as this one over here. All right. I know y'all probably like, dude, just get this shit together. Just get it together. All right. When you're trying new things, you have new situations. You gotta bear with me and all that. But let's get into it. All right. So we right there. All right. We adjusted. All right. Well, that's good enough. That'll have to do. All right. So we're going to talk about the food and health. Welcome in. We're going to get right to it. All right. So food and health. Fuel your temple. What you eat is what you become. Remember that whatever you eat is what you will become. So make sure you're paying attention to what you're consuming. Have you been, eating things like fast foods, or have you been eating fruits and vegetables and things like that? Like, do your foods affect you physically? Like, what did you feed yourself today? What have you eaten today? Like today, what did you have to eat? Like, did you have some apples, some bananas, some pizza, whatever? So that's one of the questions in the book. So the book asks you questions to help you figure out what you got going on. So the next question is, what about your mind and soul? Because your mind and soul is also important, and what you put in it actually is what you get out of it. So you want to pay attention to what you consume. So even if you're here listening to me right now, you're actually consuming good content because this is feeding your mind and it will assist you and benefit you opposed to unnecessary random bullshit you could be watching. So I definitely appreciate that you care enough about yourself to check in just to see what's to author. And since there's so many like hidden toxins and everything in our everyday food, it's important for us to pay attention because additional salts and sugars are added into our foods. And the question is, do you eat these things because you need it, or is it that you've been conditioned to crave it? Like, do you eat these things because it's like, oh man, I really got a taste for it, or are you conditioned to actually eat these different things by social media and different things like that? So what I want you to do is write a list and list 3 foods you eat weekly. Research them and find out the ingredients and find out what those ingredients really are. Like find out what they really are. Then ask yourself, would you serve those foods to your children or your grandmother, the things that you're eating right now, if you wanted to be healthy? Like, would you feed that to them? And if you wouldn't, then obviously it's the wrong choice of foods to eat. What foods are you eating on a regular basis? Like, what do you eat on a regular basis? Are you normally eating a bunch of fast food or are you normally eating a bunch of fruits and vegetables? Now, here's my perspective on that topic. As as it seems, it's like, are those foods nurturing or harming you? The diet affects more than just your body, it affects your mind and your soul as well. Now, it's so many excess salts and sugars and hidden toxins in the food. This creates a major concern. The most critical thinking is to be accountable. Be accountable for your intake. Like, would you serve it to a newborn baby what you eating? And if not, it's time for you to actually change what you're eating. You want to separate the natural foods from the processed foods so that way you can figure out what's going on. So learn how to read the labels and understand them and understand which one of these chemicals actually will affect you negatively. I want to urge you to live a more conscious, intentional life rather than just floating through life doing whatever, social media directs you to do. And it's funny because you never realize that subconsciously, social media programs us to do certain things on a regular basis. And it just always happens that way. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So, next set of questions: the psychology of eating. These questions are on the psychology of eating. Are you feeding pain or are you feeding hunger? Like, are you eating to fix yourself or are you eating just because you feeling some type of way about something? Like, as you're just an emotional eater. It's one of the questions to ask you so you can ask yourself and figure it out, because that's important for you to figure it out, because that will help you understand why or why not, why or why you haven't been able to reach your goals health wise, whether it be via fitness or whether it be weight or whichever. What did you grow up eating versus what's healthy? Like, what did you eat growing up and what's healthy? A lot of times we find out what we were eating all along was never good. And a lot of times our health conditions that we say are hereditary are actually attached to our actual food habits and the foods that we tend to eat, just because our family eats them and they cook them, and that's how we end up with it. It's not that it's hereditary. We have hereditary eating habits, and I think that's big, because I don't think people pay attention to that. So they just feel like, oh, I'm destined to have diabetes because my family have diabetes. Yes, it's medical connections to some of that, but a lot of it is just you're eating what they're eating, so you're going to get what they get. That's just the way it goes. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? When you think about your wellness, remember that marketing and food addiction is big business. So don't be fooled by the way they market to you. Things are good for you, kind of like how they said milk was, and all the other things that we found out later on weren't good. Now, some of them may actually be good for you, but now they tampering with everything so much. It's the point where you just got to grow your own stuff at this point if you want to actually, be healthy at this point. Um, do a food do a food mood tracker. Like write down what you eat, and well, you know what? Write down whatever you ate for the last 24 hours and see how it made you feel. Like what I do is I'll eat something like pizza. Like I say that in the book as well. Like if you there's an example, like you eat pizza and you feel bloated and drained, or you drink a smoothie and you feel light and energized. Like a lot of times I'll eat something and then I'll wait probably like a half an hour or so and think back to what I ate just to make sure, did whatever I eat give me energy or did it make me feel sluggish? And if it felt made me feel sluggish and everything, then I'll stop, because it's like, why would I continue to eat something that's actually destroying me in the long run? Now we're going to talk about my perspective on the topic. Now, distinguishing emotional eating from true hunger. Now, sometimes you can be hungry, but also sometimes your body can confuse hunger with thirst. So I always say drink a glass of water whenever you're hungry, just in case you may actually be thirsty, to ensure you're not just overeating for no reason. Plus, if you drink water first, you slightly fill your stomach up a little bit so you won't have to consume as much. So it also saved you money, and it'll also save you from eating a bunch of unnecessary calories and things you shouldn't be consuming. Unless you're a fruit and vegetable person, then by all means go ahead and eat away, because you need as much as you can get in order to get the amount of vitamins you need when you have that type of diet. Are you eating to nourish your body, or are you soothing pain, stress, or burdens? Like, learn to identify emotional triggers behind your food choices. This will help you build self awareness and helps you break the cycle of mental and addictive eating, because this is a problem I feel like we all have it. Like I've been fighting it myself and I didn't even know I had it. I used to be saying, how would people do that? And why would you this, that, until it happened to you. It's always like something that you look at as being something so crazy until you end up in the situation and you end up doing it, and then you understand why people did it. So that's why they say never, and that's why you're not supposed to judge other people, because when you pointing the finger, it's one pointing back at you. You already know how that go. Just because something is normal or familiar, that doesn't mean that it's good for your body. Question your generational habits. Start new ones, like healthier traditions. Look past the advertising and the branding loyalty. And that way you will find out what is truly going on with your food, because external forces will manipulate what you crave and what you consume. Recognize patterns between foods and moods to identify what makes you feel that way. Listen to your body, not your taste buds. You're being guided to take back control of your self-awareness and understanding. Because a lot of times what's going on, a lot of times you may be eating something, or have a taste for something, cakes, pies, and things like that, and come to find out the whole time you really just wanted a banana or something. Like a lot of times you may want some chips, and you'll find if you actually eat a bowl of green beans, you'll get the same satisfaction out of the green beans than you would have for the chips, but you've been psychologically conditioned to focus on the easiest thing to do, and usually it's the thing that's destroying you. um Being healthy isn't about what you eat, but it's about how you eat it and why. So it's like you can, eat something healthy. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to your eating habits while you're eating them. Now, right now, This is the King Fyz Perspective Epic Book Club. We talking about King Fyz Perspective book, the #1 life guide workbook. And in the workbook, we have questions for you to answer. On this side is my perspective on the topic. And then on the inside, you'll be able to write your answers. So if you are interested in getting to know yourself, this is the perfect book. And it can be found on Amazon or via my site or social medias, links in the bio. The site is fyzperspective.com. Also, FYZcast on other social media platforms. I usually leave a link in my bio for easy access. But anybody that's interested, send me a DM and I will send you an audio preview of my book along with a poem that I have been doing in association with the book in order to advertise the book. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and give the poem now. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all the poem, and then we can go ahead and talk. And if there's no engagement and everything after the poem, we'll shut down. I'll see y'all next month. We do this every first Wednesday of the month, once at 6:15 p.m. And we also do it in the morning at 9 a.m. in the morning, live on YouTube, Bigo, and TikTok. But let's get into this poem real quick. I'm gonna give it to y'all. So I say, America, I don't trust them. Because America say things like, America runs on Duncan. From what I see, America runs on something, and that's suffering. In silence, obviously. Because there's a recession going on, nobody talking about it. It had you out here on the grind, on the hood tip. See, it's equivalent to pitching dimes, not the full brick, because you'll be shaking hands and kissing babies for it. Just for your babies to get what your babies can get. You see, working to stay in the same spot is just as easy as it gets. We all know the whole point is to elevate it a bit. But we also know how them elevators can get. It'll have you stuck on the same floor. I'm just escaping the glitch. They say sky's the limit. See how high you can get. But you let what you see cloud your vision. So you're trying to see and be as high as can get. I think I made my point. Yeah, that's it. So that's one of my most recent poems. I do try to create a poem every other day almost. So I've been consistently, they've been coming. So this is another poem I'm working on. I didn't finish structuring it, but this is another poem that I'm working on now. So I'll tell you. I said, I know you heard about them Epstein files. That was wild. I wonder if they leaked them because he disrespected the Rothschild. Because if they ain't want you to see it, you wouldn't see it. They running it all now. The bigger question is, why would they want us to see what they did to y'all, child? See, hold up, listen, pay attention. This is about to be an intervention. I'm gonna do a expedition on your superstition. Yep, still building it, and that's as far as I got. Yeah, it's gone. Superstition, suspicion. Like money coming when your palms itching. Shit. I'm 40 plus and that shit still stands official. Like death come in threes. And I pray it never hits you. But boy, that shit be coming like a heat-seeking missile. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. And when you don't write your poems, they be in there if you don't rehearse them. So this is me having to rehearse that particular one. And I feel like, you know what? I think I'm gonna save that just so I can go back and look at myself, do a little choke, so that I'll be sure to never do that again. But yeah, things happen. And today, I'm on my J. Cole today. So today, my concern is low at all. Like it's just, I'm here and being here like I'm supposed to be. I know you're probably wondering why my hoodie got little bleach stains on it, but this is my clothing line. And I caught myself trying to make some disdained design where it just looks like whatever. And it came out just looking like I don't know how to wash clothes. So it was definitely an epic fail, but I decided to wear it today because today is my J. Cole day. I call it a J. Cole day when you feel like you are who you are and you don't need to impress nobody or anything, and you just want to just be, and you cool with not being dressed up, and you cool with not being flashy or anything like that, because you here and you just enjoying life and not worried or concerned about the unnecessary things that we tend to concern ourselves with. But this has been King Fyz Perspective Epic Book Club. We will be doing this again next Wednesday, next first Wednesday, the first Wednesday of each and every month, once at 9 a.m. and then again at 6:15 p.m. live on YouTube, Bigo, and TikTok. Now, I want to definitely give another shout out to the sponsors: Whole Clothing, Health Over Everything, Red Snapper, The Draws Perfume, Fyz Fruits, Feed Your Zenith Fruits, and last but not least, Uptown Mobile Detailing and Power Washing, where our motto is, if it ain't uptown, it ain't clean. So there you have it. This has been another episode. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. As you know, this all is participating on depending on engagement. So as time goes on, grow a bigger following. We'll be on longer. We'll have more topics. We'll talk longer. And for now, this is as far as we going. And since I'm gonna finish writing this next book, I will be jumping down, and I shall see y'all next time. Enjoy yourself. Take care, and remember, you create your own reality. What you actually want to happen will happen, and the time that it happens is not going to happen in your time. It's not going to happen the way you anticipated, but it will happen, and it will happen right on time, the way that it's supposed to. So stop stressing, stop worrying about things not happening right that minute, because they are going to happen at the time they're supposed to happen. If it didn't happen, it might be saving you from something that actually, if it did happen, would have had a negative effect on you. So remember, stay focused on what you need to do and what you want in life. Pay no attention to things that you want. Pay no attention to the distractions, because it's going to be a lot of them. There are plenty of distractions everywhere. Don't pay them no mind. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sit on here while I'm working on this book, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jump down on off of here because that's gonna be a long video. Y'all staring at me, staring at the screen, but not talking. But y'all catch me on other platforms. Make sure y'all check me out. Fyzcast, FYZCST on the gram and everywhere else. You'll be able to see motivational quotes. You'll be able to see what I got going on and all that. And I will be doing a whole lot more poetry and everything like that. I just heard about the new contracts and agreements that's going with these media things, and they are attempting to take your IP and collect everything you do on there. So it's almost like they're technically copywriting everything you do online before you even get the opportunity to do it yourself. So at this point, it's kind of like you have to copyright everything before you get online to do it, even if you're just doing a regular stream or whatever, because they are stealing all of it. So pay attention to that. I would definitely say make sure y'all pay attention. But the book is protected, so let's go. I wonder if you can sue Yeah, get a nice little check for no reason. Yeah. It's like, no, let me stop playing with y'all, but I am done. Honey bun, time to go. I got to roll. So I shall see y'all next time. Enjoy life. Take care. Be safe.